All right. Hello, everybody. It's Batwoman3 here, and currently we are witnessing the 2026 Scythe Invictus League, and it's Saxony Industrial versus Nordic Mechanical, and their bids are shown on screen, which I'll update just in a second. So the bid currently stands at Saxony Industrial on 12 and Nordic Mechanical on 0. So the Wavesamu is currently playing Saxony Industrial, while lovabletifosi is currently playing as Nordic Mechanical. Let me just update this description real quick. Yeah, this came in on really short notice, so... Okay, there we go. Now it should be updated. You can see it. Okay, so here we are with the combos. So this is an interesting Saxony Industrial for sure. So I'm assuming that this is doing for some power. Oh. Okay, here we are. Now we're good, and let me just put my doodles up. I really need to allow myself for more time when I actually do the streaming here. Here we are. Okay, hopefully now this shows. Yep, okay, there we go. Okay, nice. All right, Saxony's first encounter here. The enlist, I believe, is good. So here we have Nordic Mechanical doing an opening of trading for 4 metal and then moving like this. Okay, just bear in mind that Saxony does have to defeat Nordic by 12. Here's the first encounter by Saxony. So I might have missed the first couple of moves that Saxony did. So produce, trade, and then produce to open a mech. Okay, so that puts him with 3 oil. Taking 1 turn out though, just to make sure that I guess he has the oil. Yep, the enlist is nice. And it's looking like the coin enlist because it might be some time away until Nordic is able to get the enlist. So that's what I'm assuming, yeah. Here I believe Nordic deploys the speed mech right here. So that, of course, Nordic can actually just go out to the encounter in 1 shot. So what is he gonna do? Is he gonna bolster to upgrade? Here's the board by Saxony. Already has the coin enlist open. So it's getting some coins from Nordic's deploy right here. Okay, so looking like a produce here by Saxony, which I feel is a good idea. So then you actually bolster next to upgrade, and then you can get your mech out, also guaranteeing yourself the move upgrade. Meanwhile here with Nordic, getting a mech out of the encounter, so it's looking like a speedy exit into the encounter for sure, into the factory. No upgrades though, so Nordic's gonna take a bit of time to be able to get out. This actually, I feel, is a bit slow for Saxony Industrial. You're turn 7 to get 2 mechs. Although, I mean, on the upside is that you get yourself the move upgrade and some power. And I suppose that if you move, you can actually move 2 here and then 3 somewhere else. If you're looking for more upgrades, then of course moving into the tundra is fine. Or I guess if your home tundra as well may work too. Yeah. Nordic here to the factory, hoping, I believe, for an enlist. Yes. Okay, so this solves the combat card issues, but right now Nordic cannot really use the factory card because he is lacking in coins, and I think it might be a little while until he gets one. So it's probably a produce, and then maybe if you move to an encounter and you hope that you get a coin, then yeah. But otherwise, Nordic may take a while until the first endless comes out. So let's see, Saxony is to move right here. Yeah, we'll see what he does. Okay, so ops just to get all the workers out right away. Which I feel is more often than not one of the good ideas, because if you're not going for tier 2, then you can try to get yourself a lot of resources, maybe even wood if you really need to build. Gets one more upgrade, which I think is nice. So as soon as I said I was building, maybe the upgrade would be looking very nice. You can here as Saxony, if maybe the enlist is difficult, and you can try to maybe go for the build. And then after you get all your 6 workers, then you can move all of them to some wood somewhere, and then produce, 6 wood, and then you'll be on the sweet spot, I believe. Although he has to be careful though, now that he doesn't have popularity, he has to get some, since he took the third option. Yeah, this is what I thought Nordic was gonna do, because if you bolster and you get the coins, then that is enough for you to actually, yeah, get yourself the first enlist here. You'll be down to 0 coins, so I think that right here Nordic would probably be taking the coin enlist right here. Okay, what did Nordic open as the mech? Opened oh, it's not updated yet actually. Let me see here. Open artillery, okay. Good idea to actually prevent Saxony from producing more resources if he ever needs to. Because I would think that if Saxony is going to have a hard time enlisting, then getting the structures, I think, is nice. That, of course, because he already submitted foundations for one objective. And the combat, you have to probably utilize the fact that Nordic doesn't have a lot of combat cards right now. And I think not enlisting for Saxony may be more often than not a bit better, because if you're trying not to give Nordic any combat cards. Of course, now with artillery, it's highly unlikely that Saxony takes the factory. So I think Nordic should stay with the factory here. I mean, not stay with the factory, but get some units to maybe disrupt Nordic from getting into the factory. However he decides to do it. But the score is looking closer to Saxony's favor. Okay. So decides to move and attack with all 3. Okay. Saxony still cannot produce, though. This is the important thing, since he's already up to 8 workers up here. So he needs popularity somewhere. Trying to drain Nordic. Well, I guess the combat stars would probably help though. But again, like I'm guessing Saxony will get at least one combat out of this. Which I believe is, yeah, the factory for sure. Okay. Oh, this might be dangerous actually. This might be dangerous for Nordic. Because if he has like the objective, then all he needs is 2 metals somewhere. But of course Nordic can go here and there's even a mech here, so have to be careful on suiciding towards Saxony in this early of the game, just 10 rounds. Oh wow. Well. He just gave Saxony 2 combat stars, which I don't think is wise. Oh wait, sorry. Did something happen here? Hold on, let me refresh the game. There might be a bug that happened right there. So let me just go back here into lovabletifosi game. I thought that was pretty solid by Saxony right there. So, oh, okay. So that second combat, I think, bugged out on my screen. So here is the combat. They were victorious. I didn't see how much power they put in for the combat, though. But it looks like Nordic really went all out to stop Saxony for the factory, which I believe is a very, very good choice. I got scared for a second when I thought, oh, what? Wait, what? You can't be giving Saxony 2 combat stars. That's just not ideal. Okay, here we are with Saxony getting combat cards because he knows that if he actually bolsters for power, he'll just get hit again by artillery. Looks like. But of course, this is a spot of interest. And the issue with Saxony still lies the popularity to produce. Where is this coming from? I thought maybe, you know, Saxony can hide in a wood somewhere, in a forest somewhere, and maybe try to build some structures. It would have been an interesting turn of events. Nordic with 0 coins is actually pretty difficult right here. Just like thinking what to do. Did Nordic enlist yet? No. Wait, Nordic did not enlist, so it's on 0. Wait, how did he not enlist? After the mech, I'm pretty sure he had 2 coins. Hold on. Let me just scroll up a little bit here. This is when Nordic moved to the factory. Then this is where Nordic deployed. Yeah, gets 2 coins for the artillery. Then where did those 2 coins go? Oh, the encounter. Right. Oh my goodness. Taking the encounter and paying might not be a wise idea because you need enlists. This is looking dangerous for Nordic because with 0 coins, you're never going to be able to use your factory cards. So I'm not sure I like that option though. Even if it's to get some power, yeah. I mean, of course, yeah. I mean, Saxony can get a little aggressive. This might be looking like somewhere close by. You probably might not even need to produce. You know, you just trade two metal here for Saxony. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Saxony upgrading the enlist here. I think maybe if Saxony has the 1 more combat that he can get from Nordic would be sweet. And this character, I think, can come as well to assist or come a bit closer to the factory, I guess. Okay, chooses to enlist. This game can end a lot faster than you think, you know. If Saxony has gone like quite aggressive, maybe looking for more combats here of Nordic, would be nice. Yeah, he's not gonna get the chance now because the coin surplus is just too much. Of course, now he's gonna get the coins right there, and yeah, he could have taken option 3, but I guess he wants to do this and take the 2 popularity next to try and take tier 2 to hopefully combat Saxony's huge coin surplus. Of course, the coin up the enlist actually already gives you 2 coins, so you're okay to take a timeout and do the popularity if you are fearing that the game will end sooner than you think. Well, all Saxony needs is a mech, and then if he has another objective, then I think yeah, that's GG's, I believe. The enlist star might be soon. The coin though, like this one right here, where he actually took the power and the popularity was actually I guess it delays the enlist, you know. Because if you take whatever option it was and then you do this, you get 1 power already off here, and then you can take 2 combat cards as well, which I feel is you know, you get your 2 power and the 2 combat cards that you need to defend yourself as well. Okay, so Saxony doesn't look like it's gonna take the factory soon, but that might change, right? So he gets his mech if he wants to. Yeah, if he wants to get the mech, he can actually get the mech. It solves the problem right there, though at the cost of 4 coins. And has to be careful if he's suicidable or not, but the score is too huge apart, so I would think it's safe to actually take the mech, yeah. The score is currently sitting at 42 to 24, and Saxony has to defeat Nordic by 12. Oh, sorry, I probably missed something that it was in the YouTube chat. Which combat did Nordic win? Nordic won the factory combat in the factory, so it was to deny Saxony the factory when he came in with 2 units, and he went all out to stop it. So yeah, let me here so we can see. Okay. All right, finally the first endlist for Nordic and get some coins at last. Already on tier 2 right now, so the score should somewhat catch up. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, okay. So going closer into the lake. Really can't give Saxony any more combats that he needs to. But if Nordic loses the factory, then that will be a lot of score down for Nordic. And Suicide may not be looking very applicable. And I think it may be important for Saxony to try and get the factory. Or if you can actually get 1 more upgrade somewhere, be it an encounter, then I feel like for Saxony, getting the Enlist Star may not be too far gone. If he gets like 1 more upgrade or an Enlist or something out of an encounter or a factory card, yeah, it'll be pretty sick. And guess what? This up here is gonna go. Like that is just too important for Nordic, I feel. Without the max around, If you kick all the workers home, then this is going to have a hard time spreading. Unless, of course, Nordic goes back home. And if you go back home, you give Saxony a combat star. So I do feel that this mountain mech kicking all the workers back home, because probably doesn't matter, is ideal. Yeah, this is really going to hurt Nordic a lot. No question. Which he sees. Excellent. The 2 units in the factory, I don't know, though. I don't know about the 2 units in the factory. Yeah, score is just too far. And the factory card is a power for 2 popularity. Didn't seem like there was any other good options right there. So Saxony's way to end the game is probably looking like the enlist. And after Nordic deploys the last mech somewhere, wherever it is. Or, yeah, I mean, of course, like with artillery, Nordic can always try to stop this, but I don't think it's wise because Saxony is very close to the end game, so trying to combat Saxony is just not ideal. And you know, it might not be too far-fetched to think that kicking all of, putting 2 mechs right here so that Nordic can never deploy is a good idea. So there's this mech at home over here that can just swoop in at any time. You put 2 mechs right here, Nordic is never going to deploy. And Nordic will be completely immobilized. Saw that coming, of course. Yeah, I don't know what Nordic can do, actually. Right. That's it. That's exactly how to play it. Probably take a encounter, yeah. Enlist. He doesn't get the 3rd option because he has no popularity. So it's the power star can be in reach. He has the upgrade though for the power, so he can try for the power star. If he gets the power star and another objective, then I think that seals it. And then, this of course can always jump in and cause some more mayhem. Yeah, Nordic is completely immobilized here, for sure. Even with the popularity, if you can't get good spread, and this is how it is, yeah. So I more often than not would like to think that, you don't actually leave all your workers here, because this one was going in to the lake, and yeah, producing for Nordic. This might actually just kick him down, and then Nordic is cannot trade, and then he has to move and don't know what to move. Yeah, completely dominant for Saxony. Okay, here we are with Saxony's next encounter. Has the 3rd option for sure. You got to take the 2 food to try and enlist. The 2 food you try to enlist because you already have the upgrade, and you can get the enlist star. And possibly the power star next as well. Takes the 1st option though. This is Saxony's board. Doesn't really have the Yeah, it doesn't really have the upgrade yet for the upgrade itself, so. I mean, I think at this point, there's just so many ways Saxony can win. Nordic is just completely immobilized. There's nothing Nordic can do. With these two mechs right here, yeah, there's just all sorts of problems. That mech that went to attack and sent all of the workers home is a huge loss for Nordic. That was just too important to leave alone. Saxony has a lot of options, right? You can, yeah. I mean, I would have loved the third option though, but maybe he's like trying to reach more score. Either way you look at it, no matter what Nordic Saxony does, it's already his win. Because right here, yeah, Nordic also with 0 upgrades at all and no resources, no way to deploy. It's just so painful. All Nordic can do is hide, and Saxony can slowly find ways to end the game by so many means. Although still thinking though, the time situation is not looking like it's favoring Saxony. Okay. Saxony's thinking hard. He could, I mean, there's a lot of things he can do, right? Did he disconnect or something? He's moving, which I don't know accomplishes what. Maybe if he has the objective, then yes, okay, I can see why. But I think that encounter over there, I would have loved it if he take the third option and pay for 2 food, because that was the fastest way I could have potentially seen how the game ends. So this over here, I don't know though. All the encounters are gone. They're all taken. I don't see an encounter that's standing there anymore. Well, that is definitely the safe spot for Nordic. Can't trade. Yeah, what can you do? Nordic is completely lost. You want to trade resources, you can't because you have no coins. And it all comes back to this. That over there, which he paid for. Yeah, the one over here where he paid for the 2 for the thing, and yeah. Shore up? Possibly. The way I saw it, like over here, if he got the 2 food, then it's just trade, and then something else, you complete your objective maybe with the shore or whatever it is, and then you trade again to do your final enlist. Actually ends the game already. So if he chases, like, I mean, of course, like he can chase tier 2, yeah, with his factory card of this. Nordic has no move now, right? He has no coins, so he cannot bolster. He cannot. Uh, yeah, he cannot bolster, and he cannot uh, trade. No produce. So maybe just saying, you know what, okay, I'm giving up and you can have the win. That's basically what it is. Yeah, this is just a Nordic surrendering and resigning to fate. But still uses artillery. There's nothing Nordic could do, which, yeah. Which I believe also was one of the things that I saw in some recent previous games where I think Nordic was at a position that was lost, and also when had nothing to do, also just decided, you know what, let's just start a new game. I couldn't exactly remember when that game was, but I knew I just remember seeing it somewhere where Saxony was just it was also Saxony versus Nordic, but Saxony was already overwhelmingly powerful and yeah. Saxony still thinking on the power there. Yeah, exactly. This is just Nordic giving up. Probably go home. No, to the lake. Yeah, whichever it is. Completely demolished. Okay, that's the end of it, I guess. I think that's the end of the game. If the combat doesn't bug out or anything, because when the factory combat took place, it was over, so yeah. Okay, I think they're gonna swap with uh the same bits, I believe. I was a little concerned about how Saxony actually opened his play, because the opening that Saxony had taken was produce, trade one metal and one oil, then produce to upgrade to deploy. Then I think it was a move towards here, then produce, upgrade, produce. So it took quite a bit of time for Saxony to actually come out, which gave Nordic quite an ample of time. But given the way how Nordic played it, yeah. Okay, next match. Let's have a look at the Discord and see if they say anything. Okay. Are they still playing? Oh, not yet. They're in the lobby. Oh, B, the dog is in the game. Maybe I'll have a quick. Oh, he's probably spectating the same game. Oh, who the heck is this? I don't remember adding this one, so I'll just get him off. Okay, Wavesamu. Okay, so both of them are in the lobby. I think they're swapping here. Let me just check their Discord. Um, I forgot to change the picture back in the event page of the Discord. Okay, let me ask their group. Swapping now in the same bid? I'll just see. Let's see if they're continuing or not. I'm still awaiting information from the server. And I believe the next game that was going to happen, which I will got informed by lovabletifosi, was the rematch between himself and 2.5 Pi, which will take place, I'm assuming, after this. So let's see. 10-minute breaks. Okay, all good. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Okay, all good. I've got a. Okay, so what else? What else do we do in the meantime? I guess I can spectate some games happening. Oh, let me just see if 2.5 Pi just went in the game over there. Because I believe I saw the 1v1 and then 2.5 Pi's name was gone. Anyways, so I've got 10 minutes until they play. Oh, joining the stream. Okay. Okay, so Tifosi wants to, I guess, do an interview with me. I want to do an interview. Yeah, sure thing. I'll get himself in a call and then we'll discuss about that game. Let me just give him a call here. See if he's in or not. Is he? No, I don't know. Wait, did I disconnect from the phone or something? Or is my mic settings just a little different here? Output is here, input is, oh, I mean, he should be able to hear my voice, but I can't hear his voice. Yeah, okay. Let me ask him. Oh, okay. So he wasn't able to join the call. Okay. Maybe you can try calling me. Restart the Wi-Fi and PC. Oh, that's gonna take a while. Okay. All right. What do we do in the meantime? I suppose if there's any games that's happening. All right. Meanwhile, while we wait, I will just have a look at some games that's happening here. Saxony Industrial versus Saxony Agricultural versus Rosvet Engineering. So I think much preferred Saxony Industrial for the best, though. What's the score right now? Crimea in a very sweet spot, looking with 3 wood and some upgrades as well. So can get this in 2 turns if he so desires. Crimea's on move right now, and he just traded, so he can definitely move. But why no factory card? I don't see a factory card by Crimea, which is interesting. Oh, so he's still moving. Okay, so this is his 3rd star. Okay, that's what it is. And the structure bonus is adjacent to the tunnels. And I guess he's about to get some here. Yeah, this is a domination by Crimea. Like, I don't even have to open the score, and I can clearly tell that Crimea is leading this. Needs one more mech, though. And then after the mech comes, which I don't think will happen. Oh, yeah, actually, it does happen. Yeah, the mech and then the last structure to the objective ends the game. Or if you can even do some combat right here with Rusviet, and it's going to be painful. Crimea is definitely taking this right now. But score is not too far apart. Yeah, score is not very far apart. So this invasion may happen, so Rusviet also has to be a little on the lookout for this sort of thing. Because that will take down a lot of Rusviet's score. And it's looking like this mech taking, because it already has the structure, would go here, drop and kick there. This will kick here, then complete the objective. And what's Crimea gonna do? Oh, sorry, what's Rusviet gonna do? Rusviet has 3 mechs, has no townships, so this is the only way that Rusviet can reach the factory to try and take down Crimea's score. But this invasion is just too massive. If this happens, yeah, it's just. I mean, maybe you can try a 2v1 in hopes that you get good combat cards. And then, this one can just 1-2 like this, and then both of this can attack some of Crimea's Rusviet's units to finish the game. Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen. Just be careful of this. Just be careful of this invasion. Let me check the Discord again and see if they already have the thing here. Oh, wait, Tifosi just called me. Hold on, let me just call him back.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I had to restart my PC and my Wi-Fi setup so I could get back on call.
Okay, right. Of course. Yeah, no
And
worries.
by the way, there was an interesting conversation when I did that suicide between me and Samu.
Oh, yeah?
He did not have the game. I could have probably loitered around for a few more minutes.
Oh, okay, right.
But then I didn't have anything. I missed the farm being attacked.
Yeah, because that one I knew, like, it was very dangerous to leave that alone. When you went the mech into the lake, I knew that it just wasn't the right play.
Yeah, I missed the mech on the tunnel. Anyway, we are starting the new game, so I'll get off the call as soon as I start the game.
Oh, okay, right.
So Saxony Industrial is what I am. Let's see if what I thought of works out. See ya.
See ya, all good. Okay, we'll quit off this game. I would really like to see the ending of that one, though. That was interesting. And let me just change the setup here now. Towards Wavesamu now. Okay, there. I have updated the description, and they are probably in the game now. Okay, let's spectate this. Okay, guys. Here we have game number 2 of the match between lovabletifosi and Wavesamu. Previously, Nordic got absolutely smashed. And let's see what's gonna happen now. This is the Saxony Industrial opening that I'm very familiar with, not the other one because it was a bit slow. All right, Nordic, what are you gonna do? I don't really know much of Nordic Mechanical's openings though, but considering fast invasions, I think getting out here and then this worker to the village to then produce, upgrade, produce, and then hopefully you get some metal right here, but well, we'll see how it turns up. Ah, the factory rush. Okay, I see. So this is a produce, a trade, produce, and then gunning the factory. So this encounter is gonna live a little longer and wait. So same opening that lovabletifosi used. All right, here we go. Maybe this might be a common opening that I'm not very familiar with. And let's see. Possibly a produce, right? Yeah, looks like. Meet the workers. Like one move to produce metal. Oh, okay. I think the way Wavesamu was playing is the way to go. Oh, okay, I see. So probably a produce again, I believe, so that if you do move, you move with 4 workers into the farm, and then this actually goes in. Wait, what did he open? I'm assuming speed. Yes. Okay, speed it is. That would have scared me a little bit if you open seaworthy. Oh, so you're saying move 5 goes to the encounter instead of producing first and then going to the encounter towards the farm. I thought it would be a little useful if you can get some enlists out of the way. Or is this actually just going for the quick mech route? Saxony misposition is mech, so you're saying he should have deployed in the metal. Oh, he gets a metal though. He gets the mech again. Could take option 3, I was gonna say. But of course, like you can't really wait. Oh, Saxony was the one. Oh, oh my goodness. I just realized Saxony put the mech here. I was too focused on Nordic, and then all of a sudden, Saxony was doing it right there. Okay. So what's Saxony gonna do? You're gonna build a structure? I'm not sure. Building a structure is ideal. What's the structure bonus? Looking like they adjacent to the encounter, so you get at least 1 towards your own encounter, but Oh, yeah. That was the thing. Although now I think the farm may look a little tempting. Okay, here we are. Produce and it moves to the... Yeah. Okay, here we are. Riverwalk, pressuring some invasion towards Nordic, seems like. Of course, now Nordic makes it clean to the factory, albeit, of course, maybe potentially maybe giving one combat towards Nordic, towards Saxony, because you know there's a lot as a target. If this one moves to the farm, then that becomes a target. Then this becomes a target because uh, Nordic doesn't really have a lot of combat cards to defend, so gonna yield something. I feel. Yeah, Saxony no move upgrade. I get the idea, because if this one moves to the farm, then I thought maybe that was gonna hit and this is gonna hit. Of course, like uh, because Riverwalk is now unlocked, this is also something to look at. With not a lot of combat cards for Nordic as well, have to be very careful and make sure that Nordic doesn't actually end up the same way that Nordic ended up in the last game with absolutely no coins. Oh man, that was just so painful. Yeah, Nordic full defense on the factory, yeah. So worker with the mech to the lake so you can save trade some metal. Oh, okay, right. Yeah, because I think this is out of reach for Saxony anyways. So say the character makes it to the factory, then this one hides inside, as 2.5 pi is suggesting in the chat. Then yeah, this one actually may go into the factory, I guess, because see, this might be actually a little one of my weakness. So this could be something that 2.5 pi could utilize when he fights me in the tournament. Is that I'm actually quite uh, unsure of what to put towards the combats. Say in this move that Nordic makes the factory, and as 2.5 pi suggests, this one goes to the lake alone because nobody had the move upgrades, right? Then Saxony would go into the factory, and then if he brings 2 units, what do you put as both Nordic and Saxony? Oh, this is unexpected. Max versus Max in the factory. Okay, like that. Oh, wow. Saxony gets a cheap one there. Yeah, that was what I was thinking. I mean, that all gambles on the luck that if Nordic actually does have it, though. Yeah, he threw a card away right there. It just gives Saxony 1 combat, though. So... Alright, now this is the scenario that I was discussing about. This will come. I'm pretty sure this is going to come. So I guess hoping that there's a 5 over here. Hoping that the combat card that that Nordic got was actually a 5. Okay, what was the factory card that Nordic took? Oh my goodness. A combat card for 3 coins. Now let's see what the second move is. This... No, this is not it. What the... Everybody leaving workers. Oh my gosh. Saxony! What? Saxony! This is gone! This! Oh! I think he was doing okay up until the point, maybe when he was didn't misplace his mech right there. Trying to take Nordic's FC, possibly. Not like I think it matters a lot, I feel. Yeah, I don't believe this is correct either. Oh my goodness, you are kidding me! You are kidding me! What? Oh. Oh my goodness. Wow. Please, man. More combat cards. More combat cards, CC. Oh my goodness. Guys, I don't know, hey. These are the games that's playing? Okay, you know. I'll take it. All right. Yeah. Now it's closer to Saxony's game. I couldn't believe that combat. I just can't believe that, actually. Oh boy. Wait, I think I need to calibrate something here. Where is it? Here. Just 1 second, guys. Let me just calibrate some things here. I may not be looking at the game right now. Just 1 second. Okay, there we go. Now I feel this. Right. Yeah, I felt like my eyes were a bit off there. Okay, here we are with Nordic. Uses... Did he use the fact... Did he use... Oh, he did. Okay. Oh my goodness, Saxon. Nordic. The enlist is clutch, yeah. I like it. Definitely the enlist, I agree. I would have straight away gone for that. And it's going to be what enlist? What would you guys open? Nordic still has 2 mechs. Saxony needs 1. He took the battle! Oh, no. Oh, my thing is still going here. Okay, gets a worker for Saxony. Saxony with no power to produce, actually. This is nice. This is nice by Saxony. All Nordic can do is probably now just hide and do what Saxony did on the previous round. Oh. Yep. That's it. Oh, let me just refresh this game. Because the combat sometimes it does bug out. And let's now go back into the game. Actually, you know what? I'll do this. Because I'm pretty sure he's spectating the same game. No. Okay. Let's go to this one then. All right. Oh, wait. Actually, didn't win that one. So Nordic ended up victorious in that combat. So maybe that was the result of the previous combat right here. So, okay. Man, doesn't this just look juicy to you? Doesn't this just look all that much better? Yeah, takes the combat card enlist right there. Not enlist, sorry. It takes the combat card bolster is what I meant to say. Opens Riverwalk. So the combat card was to ensure that he can still use his factory card is what I think it is. This... I mean, with no power, you're never producing, so I guess Saxony's factory card does help with getting his workers. Whichever one wins or loses is all it is. Okay. Sorry, not Saxony. Nordic now with no combat cards at all to go for. Nordic, although right now, can actually just hide. Nordic right now doesn't need the combats anymore, so I feel can hide. But of course, this is going to say otherwise. Can come. That. Well, yeah, both of them are like, you know, you need to use the you need to use the combat cards so that you can actually combat. Saxony probably would with the combats, I guess. Because this, well, okay, maybe Saxony has 2 of those. Then there's this, and he needs 1 more combat somewhere. That's what I think is gonna happen. Is Saxony even leading? By a little bit. No, actually no. Not even. Considering bids. Alright, then this is looking like it's gonna go 20 plus rounds. Alright, so this is Nordic's encounter. So Nordic, I think the upgrade is nice. I think even the third option here is gonna be pretty nice if you want to get yourself some power too, and you upgrade and you get yourself some coins. Take one turn timeout, I guess. Of course, like maybe the factory card does give you the coins that you need. Yeah, I would be leaning towards option 3 right here. Well, this actually must. Well, wait, why did he go there? Oh, is he going in here? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, nice, nice. Saxony is winning this. This looking like all combat stars. Didn't even spend the combat cards right there. Like he could have gotten like one worker and 2 more coins, but he didn't spend his combat card there to get the workers. Looks like. Hmm. Okay, all of them having everything, all the mechs except combat related mechs. Oh, doesn't want to lose the factory, so he didn't do the combat cards. Okay. Right. So he didn't use this because he didn't want to lose the factory, it looks like. Trades for 2 food. I think we're all out of power here. Where's the defense? You don't do defense. Nordic still ways away from the final mech, looks like. Yeah, this game is going to go a bit far. Saxony getting the final mech. Oh yeah, because he stole it from Nordic right there. One more combat and an objective, and I think it seals it. Or if Saxony has the double objective, then is all it is. Yeah, it's just huge on the score, huh? 44 to 19. Can't even get the mech for Nordic. Oh my god. $4 for a mech and he only has 3. Goodness gracious. Can't produce right now, at least. Okay, Saxony is still on the hunt for Nordic. Oh, what was that? Some higher ground advantage or something? One more star. And I think this is going to be it. If Nordic has to bolster something. This is the final move. Oh, new idea for NordMech. Move the worker to Rasviet's base. Here, I assume. On turn 3? Oh, turn 3 and build an economy from there. Nordic probably has to hide now, right? Because if not, then this will hit. And that's going to sting. I'll have to change my thing. I'll have to change my thumbnail there. I initially put as Crimea Industrial versus Scythe Mechanical, but then Wavesamu actually wanted to choose another because that was Crimea Industrial was one of the combos that he wanted to play with. Yeah. Oh, this is smart by Nordic. This is actually pretty solid for Nordic, getting the 2 combat cards to try and defend. No, he did not. No, no. That's over. This score is not even close. 12 to bid. Yeah, that seals the game. Even 1 worker as well. Because no combat cards means he can just, yeah. Excellent. And that is everything. That's all she wrote. Nordic Mechanical completely hopeless in both games for this. So maybe Nordic played okay on the first couple of rounds that you saw. But then I think surrendering this to Saxony was all it took for Nordic's downfall. 4 combat stars. Of course, like it's not shown here, but yeah, 4 combat stars with 7 workers, 1 objective. Wow.